Whatever size battery you are, you have a negative and a positive side, and just like a battery, the energy you put out depends on which side you choose to focus on. The positive side can power you forward, while the negative side can drain your potential. And okay, that sounded better when I wrote it down. But what do you want most? What do you want in your life? Do you want more happiness in your life? What about success? Would you like to be able to achieve your biggest goals and see your dreams come true? Do you want everything that would come with that success? Do you want to get more of the good things that life offers and that make living worthwhile? And if your answer to any of these questions is yes, then your next step is simple. Start removing negativity from your life. Hey everyone, this is Steve Black with Content for Coaches, and welcome to Friday Focus, where I talk about some of the things I think you need to be more successful. Don't forget to subscribe, check that thumbs up, and click on like on the bell to be notified when I upload a new video. This week I'm going to be talking about attitude, more importantly, positivity. You see, negativity kills more dreams and creates more self-generated unhappiness than probably any other factor. Negative thoughts stop us from moving forward. They stop people from taking steps that they need to take to get their goals and achieve success. Negative thoughts keep us in a never-ending cycle of negativity that prevents growth and change from occurring. In short, negativity is a force that keeps us from being who we want to be and living our lives under our own terms and conditions. There's a direct connection between how you think and how you feel and act. Remember, your brain is part of your body, and your mind is a construct that is made possible by the physical makeup of the brain. This means that the thoughts you have affect your emotions as well as your actions. To look at it another way, actions are nothing more than a physical manifestation of thought. René Descartes' famous quote, "I think, therefore I am," is a fairly accurate description of the process that connects internal thoughts with external actions. Just think about how powerful that can make your negative thoughts. Think about how those thoughts can infiltrate every aspect of our lives, essentially infecting and destroying any positive forward momentum. The process looks something like this, right? Thoughts are converted to words. These thoughts and words then work to influence actions. Actions over time and with repetition become ingrained habits. And these habitual actions are the basis of how the rest of the world sees us and relates with us. Basically, our actions shape our character and our reputation. That character and that reputation essentially become the motive forces that shape our destiny. You could be going through life desperately wishing for one result, and all the while you're actively working through ingrained negative behavior to achieve the exact opposite of what you want. No wonder so many people don't truly achieve the dreams they want. I'm not talking about the I want to own a Learjet mega millionaire lifestyle. I'm not talking about being the next Tony Robbins or Jack Canfield or Oprah Winfrey, though if that's what you really want, you should go for it. I'm talking about achieving the success of owning your own business and making enough money to pay the bills, to take the family on vacation, to be able to send Christmas and birthday presents to their grandkids. You see, I think most entrepreneurs want success, just not a Taylor Swift level of success. I started Content for Coaches with the dream of helping coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs start, run, and grow their own successful business doing what they love. And at a price that was affordable, I saw that thousands of people were scraping by trying to build their business and giving hundreds of dollars to the big tech platforms. I don't want to be the next Russell Brunson or Mike Filsaime. I don't want tens or hundreds of thousands of users and the big support staff that goes with that. And because of that, I would have to increase my prices, and I don't want to do that either. And I think the biggest challenge of anyone getting started or in the early stages is not the investment, though that in itself can be a challenge. Personally, I think the biggest challenge is the belief that while they want to achieve success, their minds keep telling them they won't get there. It's either because they've been told by others it's silly or they can't do it, or they just don't believe they could have that level of success, because every advertisement, video or article is about someone making millions of dollars and it seems so far out of reach. Now, there is some good news. There's a way out of this emotional and behavioral morass. All you need to do is begin to take the steps that start to break those old ingrained habitual negative behaviors. And you do this by consciously removing all negative thoughts from your life, and I know it's going to be hard to start. But when you remove these negative thoughts, you remove negative words. When you remove the negative words, you remove negative actions. When you remove those negative actions, you begin to break bad negative habits, and when those habits are broken and replaced by positive behaviors and habits, your character and reputation are reshaped in a new and positive way. The end result is that the contradiction between what you want and what you end up with is removed. Your positive attitude now allows you to reach the goals that are best for you. Your mind and your actions work in tandem to achieve your desired results, no matter how big or small. In this video, I'm going to share some different things you can do to make your thoughts and attitudes more positive. They're easy steps that you can implement every day, and when you do, you'll start to see your life change in amazing ways. All you have to do is be willing to take the actions that make those changes possible. First, smile. Yes, this is fairly simple. As well as fairly obvious advice, the thing is, it is a piece of advice that really works. It's because of a basic process known as muscle memory. You see, whenever you do any kind of repetitive motion with your body, your brain begins to store a pattern of the individual series of movements involved in that motion. It does this as an energy-saving mechanism, right? If your brain has a stored pattern of the movements that compromise the motion, then when you next perform that motion, you don't really have to think about what you're doing. The things you do the most have the most deeply imprinted patterns. That's why you don't have to think about how to drive or ride a bike. The muscles involved simply remember what to do, so you don't have to. The same holds true for a smile, with one big difference. When you smile, your brain remembers that those movements of your facial muscles indicate something pleasurable, and you begin to feel happier. Yes, you heard that right. When you smile, even if you don't feel happy, you actually begin to change your mood. So try to smile more every day. It's the first step towards gaining more positive energy in your life. Put a note on the inside of your office door or wherever you work so that each time you leave the room, you see the note and smile. Next, surround yourself with positive people. And this is another obvious step that we don't always notice because we're in the thick of it. Think about it. If you're surrounded by a lot of negative thinking people, how much harder is it going to be for you to begin to get rid of your negative thought patterns? Studies have shown that we tend to think and act like the 5 people we spend the most time around. And that's because as human beings, we tend to be consensus builders. We don't like to rock the boat, so we act like the people that are around us. Don't make your journey towards positivity harder by surrounding yourself with negative people. Instead, make your journey easier by surrounding yourself with positive people. Let these people's positivity reinforce your own and allow it to grow that much quicker. Change the way you speak. We talked about how thoughts influence words and actions. Did you know that the opposite is also true? Words and actions also have the power to influence thoughts. So while how you think largely determines how you act can also have the power to influence how you think. And because of this, when you begin to make a few simple changes to your choice of words, you have the power to turn negative thinking into positive thinking. For example, instead of using the words have to, begin using the words want to. Things like, I have to write this article, I have to record this video, and change them into I want to write this article or I want to create this video. This can be even more important with chores or tasks that you know you have to do regularly, but you just hate doing them. How many of you like bookkeeping? Seriously. That's why they invented accountants, and even some of them outsource the bookkeeping. Let's say you have a task ahead of you that you're not particularly looking forward to doing. You can say, I have to clean the house, and reinforce all the negative thinking that house cleaning brings up. Alternatively, you can start by saying, I want to clean the house. It'll feel good when it's done. And begin to wipe some of that negative energy away. The less negativity that surrounds the task, the easier that it is to accomplish. The easier that the task is to accomplish, the less likely that that task will be seen as negative in the future. Little words have quite a lot of power. Take responsibility for you. We are responsible for our own lives. Our current circumstances are mainly the direct result of a series of choices that we have made. No one else made those choices, and because of that, we have to take responsibility for our life. It doesn't matter what happened to us in our past. It matters what we do right now. If you're still letting that past affect your present, then you're using that past as a crutch. You're using that past as a justification for not taking the steps you need to take today to make your life better. Bad actions and bad choices in the past cannot and should not be allowed to influence choices you are making today. When someone told you in the past you can't do something, how did you feel? Do you still think about it occasionally today? Do not let someone else decide if you can or cannot do something. And don't let my wife know I said that. Do not use someone else's opinion as an excuse for not doing what you need to do. Start deciding on what you want and make a plan to get there. But here's the kicker. Don't just plan. When you have the first step written down, take it. Take the first step while you're working on step 2 and step 3. Then when step 1 is done, work on step 2 while you're continuing to plan. Waiting for the plan to be ready is a sure way to not achieve anything. If you need a nudge, watch last week's video. Just do it. And finally, pay it forward. But one of the best ways to nip that negative thinking in the bud is by helping somebody else. Negativity is a fairly isolating behavior, though they do say misery loves company. What I've seen is that when miserable people get together, they just end up competing to see who's the most miserable. Your goal is to break free of that. When you have negative thoughts, you tend to think negatively about everyone else around you. You don't see the people in your life as human beings, you see them as negative human beings. That is a big difference because it keeps you from interacting with other people in a natural way. You think that they couldn't care less about you, and as a result you couldn't care less about them. In order to break this cycle, all you have to do is reach out and help someone else. When you take the first step and try to help, it's all as if the blinders fall off your eyes. You see that the people around you need help as much as you do, and when you help, you not only feel better about those people, you feel better about yourself as well. Whatever you want most will have more chance of being yours if you believe you can do it and then follow the plans to do it, and negativity has no place in that. And the biggest bonus from paying it forward is that you're investing in those relationships knowing that it will come back around to you when needed. And just like a battery, you have the power to choose which side of your energy to focus on. By staying positive and removing negativity, you'll not only recharge yourself but also fuel your success. Here's to you. Be positive, be successful. This is Steve Black with Content for Coaches. Thanks for watching.